Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right? Eating less, saying no to sweets, cutting carbs, skipping meals, and yet, the scale refused to move. Maybe you started wondering if something was wrong with your body. But here's the truth, your body isn't broken, it's just misunderstood. That's the very trap millions fall into every single day, and the frustration is real. There was a woman named Laura who once believed she was doing everything perfectly. She barely ate, avoided social gatherings with food, and counted every calorie like it was gold. Still, nothing changed. No weight loss, no energy. Just growing resentment. Sound familiar? This isn't just Laura's story. It's the story of countless people who don't realize that eating too little and doing what they think is right might actually be holding them back. And that's just one of 5 hidden mistakes silently sabotaging their progress. These mistakes are sneaky, and they don't care how disciplined or committed someone is. But once they're uncovered and addressed, the results can be life-changing. Mistake number 1, eating too little for too long. It sounds counterintuitive. Society pushes the idea that eating less equals weight loss, but the human body is smarter than that. When food intake drops to low for too long, the body doesn't cheer for the effort. It panics, it slows metabolism, clings to fat stores, and begins operating in survival mode. Energy drops, cravings spike, and mood dips. It's not willpower failing, it's biology protecting itself. The problem is, most people double down. They eat even less, push even harder, and unknowingly trigger deeper metabolic damage. It's like trying to drive a car on an empty tank and blaming the engine when it stalls. The solution? Eating enough to fuel the body, not just survive. Balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates, meals that nourish, not punish, are the foundation of sustainable fat loss. Mistake number 2, skipping breakfast and thinking it's helpful. Picture this, would someone begin a marathon without water or fuel? Then why start a day without breakfast? Skipping the first meal of the day may feel like a shortcut, but it throws the entire hormonal system off balance. Blood sugar crashes, cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. Insulin follows. The result, cravings by noon, irritability in the afternoon, and a late-night raid of the kitchen. Many don't even feel hungry in the morning and see that as a good sign, but it's actually a red flag. When hunger is absent at breakfast time, it's often a sign that the metabolism has slowed down and hunger hormones are desynchronized. A protein-rich breakfast helps reset this rhythm. Eggs, oats, chia pudding, smoothies with healthy fats, these are not trendy choices, they're strategic ones. They give the body what it needs to operate with balance and energy all day. Mistake number 3, relying too much on cardio and not enough on strength training. Cardio burns calories, yes, but it also burns out the metabolism if overdone. Long, repetitive sessions of cardio can increase cortisol and break down muscle tissue over time. And muscle is the body's fat-burning engine. When it diminishes, so does the ability to burn fat efficiently, even at rest. People often push harder, thinking more cardio will finally trigger results. But the reality is that without strength training, they're fighting a losing battle. Strength training builds lean muscle mass, increases metabolic rate, and reshapes the body from the inside out. Just 2 or 3 sessions a week with body weight, resistance bands, or weights can make a dramatic difference. Squats, lunges, push-ups, they're simple but powerful. Here comes a mistake that catches nearly everyone off guard, and it has nothing to do with food or fitness. Mistake number 4, poor sleep. Sleep is not just rest, it's regulation, it's recovery. When someone doesn't get enough quality sleep, their hunger hormone ghrelin increases, and their fullness hormone leptin drops. They wake up hungrier, crave sugar, and struggle to feel satisfied. Their insulin sensitivity decreases, making it easier for the body to store fat, especially around the abdomen. One bad night can throw everything off, but chronic poor sleep creates a hormonal environment where weight loss becomes nearly impossible. The answer isn't more coffee, it's better sleep hygiene. That means winding down before bed, avoiding screens, keeping the bedroom cool and dark, and aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest. It's not lazy, it's metabolic wisdom. And finally, the 5th mistake. It's the one hiding in plain sight, the silent saboteur. Mistake number 5, chronic stress. Stress doesn't just live in the mind, it lives in the body. High stress levels cause persistent elevations in cortisol, which leads the body to store fat, particularly visceral fat around the midsection. It also disrupts digestion, increases cravings for high-fat and high-sugar foods, and derails sleep quality. Worse still, most people don't realize they're stressed. They've normalized rushing, worrying, multitasking, and sleeplessness. The weight gain feels like a separate issue, but it's often just the physical expression of a life under pressure. Managing stress isn't about bubble baths or vacations, although those help. It's about consistent daily practices that shift the nervous system out of fight or flight mode. Deep breathing, meditation, journaling, nature walks, limiting toxic inputs, these habits create a biological environment where fat loss can actually happen. So let's take a breath and recap. The 5 mistakes holding people back from losing weight, even when they're eating less, were eating too little for too long, skipping breakfast, doing too much cardio and too little strength training, sleeping poorly, and living under constant stress. These aren't surface-level issues. They run deep, and they affect every system in the body, but they're fixable. Not through extremes, but through understanding and strategy. Now here's the call, not to action, but to awareness. Pick just one of these 5 mistakes and focus on it this week. Not all 5, just one. Maybe it's eating a real breakfast. Maybe it's getting to bed earlier. Maybe it's trading one cardio session for strength training. These aren't just small changes, they're momentum builders. Because the truth is, weight loss isn't just about the scale. It's about energy. It's about clarity. It's about returning to a version of life that feels good again. And when the body starts feeling safe, it starts letting go of fat, of fatigue, of frustration. If this message resonates, then this journey is only beginning. Subscribe to the channel for more science-backed, soul-focused health content. And if you want to go deeper, there's another video waiting, one that reveals how to balance hormones naturally for lasting fat loss. Watch it next, because understanding your body is the first step toward transforming it.